Right, Dave, a little bit of a head-to-head here. We're going to experiment with some ready-made carp pole rigs today. Two to choose from, the Drennan Carp 5 0.3 gram hooker and the Desship F1 pellet pole rig. And the first part of this test you've suggested is a shotting test.
Yes, well I think that would be your first concern about a ready-made pole rig, isn't it? That it's shotted up properly. You're not going to have to faff around with it once it's thing. So I think that would be the first port of call. I have to say though, two brands who I think have probably taken the ready-made pole rig to the next level.
Yeah,
they're as good as they've ever been. You know, we've all seen some terrible ready-made pole rigs in the past, haven't we? With
absolutely.
Great big gaffs on them and no silicone on them and the wrong shots. Whereas these are, you know, they are rig set up as a dead ship or a professional angler or you know a top angler would use.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's give a little brief rundown on what we're using. First of all, we'll do the dead ship F1 pellet pole rig. This is a 4/14 float. It's an F1 pellet float.
This is a foot, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
It's 3 metres long. It's on reflow power 015, breaking strain of £5.14, and the hook length is a reflow power 013, breaking strain of £4.12. The hook is a GPM B in a size 16.
Okay, so let's just look at those components first of all. All I'd say is reflow power, tried and tested.
That's what I use for all my commercial fishing.
I'm the same, and I use it for all my hook lengths river fishing. Lots of chat about it, but it's a tried and tested.
Yeah.
Lots of anglers use it, have done for many years.
Yeah. Now,
firstly, what I'd say is 4/14 rig. There's more than enough line for anything you're going to use on a 4/14.
Yeah,
so
it's 3 metres. It says 3 metres.
Plenty of line.
Yeah.
Okay. First impressions. What was the hook length?
013 power line.
Okay, right. So that's 013.
Is
so
the hook well tied?
The hook looks well tied. You say?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Line off the middle of the front of the spade.
Now, what we got here now? Look at this.
Bit kinky.
And also look at the loop. The loop to loop, right?
Yeah.
Has not
done properly.
Engaged properly. So a proper loop to loop done properly should interchange.
Yeah.
And should pull each other tight and should be a straight. If you look at the angle.
Yeah.
On that,
there
is literally a 90-degree angle. The line goes like that and goes. Now that's from the winder.
Yeah.
It's come over the winder and gone. Now that might straighten out with time, but what I don't like is I don't like that loop there.
Yeah.
Because you can see the loop is open. So what is it? 09? No, 07.
017. 015 main line. 013 hook length.
Yeah. See, those two should knit together nicely. Now I think I can probably fix that if I just push the loop out.
Yeah.
And give it a little jiggle. Moisture helps as well, Tom.
With everything in life, I'd say.
Well, most things. Now, you see now I've managed to close it properly.
Yeah.
Now, that's no biggie. I've done that, but whoever put it on there in the first place, or whichever machine put it on in the first place, should have done that already. So I've got a little bit of a...
You've started already, haven't you? Griping.
I'm not griping, but I've still got my right angle as well, where it's gone over the winder. In all fairness, if it was a rig that you or I had tied, we wouldn't have a hook length on there to start anyway.
Or if you did have a hook length on there, you'd have the same problem. You'd probably change your hook length, wouldn't you? Yeah. I would. Sometimes I reuse rigs, and you get that and you change your hook length.
What, you reuse rigs?
Sometimes, yeah. Do you not?
It's not like you when you've got people tying them for you, Tom.
So this float, lovely float. I like...
Classic shape.
I love the pattern. The silicon's probably a bit more bulky than I'd use myself. And the fact that the end piece of silicon doesn't overhang the end of the float is another...
No, that's one of mine, Tom. I like
another nitpick, but it's there. But we didn't say we were going to test that. We said we were going to test the shotting, didn't we?
Oh, no, but we're having a look at it as I've got it out of the
bag. Having a look.
And I would say as well, stots, you know, very usable, easy to move, and not big stots. You know, they're well fine. So you've got some variation there if you want to bulk or spread your thing. So good shotting, good float. You know, everything else is good. It was only that little bit of the hook length that bugged me a bit. Right, if you want to tie this onto this top
it's up to you, or we can just drop it in. It's deep enough off the platform. If you want.
If you want to do that, Tom, go on then. So we are literally just testing shotting here. How it sits. This is without a bait on it, so it's not quite.
So it's set. That's definitely deeper than that off the end of that platform. What's your thought? I tell you what we'll do. Should we give them both? What I would do for fishing, I'd spit on that bit always. Would you? We just handled it. Can I do that on both of them?
Done what?
This. Always.
Why would you do that?
Because the top of the float and the bristle always gets greasy with you touching it, and that sometimes causes surface tension, which means that the float hangs out of the water. So always do that. Who taught me that?
You.
Bob Nudd.
Well, I can't argue with it then.
I'll tell you what,
that's not bad, is it? You think if you whatever bait you've got on there, which is probably going to be on the bottom anyway. So what's that? Half an inch?
That's perfect, isn't it? Because that'll take a little bit.
It's going to take some water on.
If I'd made that rig and dropped that in there, I'd be over the moon right now, because I think that's going to take on a little bit of water halfway down the bristle. It's going to be perfect, isn't it?
Okay, so that's good. Just one other thing, I'm just noticing the kinks in the line, Tom.
Yeah, you get that with power line.
So is that going to? No, I use power line all the time. But so is that all it needs? Have you sorted that with that now?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about a product that's been sat in a on a shelf maybe in a product, but just by running your fingers along that line, that's got rid of that. Okay. So I'm just saying, because that would have shown up on the camera, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
And people would be wondering what that was all about, and perhaps not like that. But you've just proved that can be easily remedied. It just needs a little bit of
a thumbing. Really.
So what we can say from this rig, from the moment we've got it out of the bag, it's needed a couple of adjustments.
Yeah.
Just to make it sit right and fish right.
But by the way, sorry, I'm just going to pick up on a couple more things. Look how long them tags are. Yeah. Long tags on the hook length loop and the loop in the main line. That's a very long tag. That's over half an inch long, that one.
And there is absolutely no one in fishing will tell you there's any advantage to having that, because all that does is create, it causes tangles and also creates drag as it's sinking. It doesn't give an even fall.
By the way, with regard to the power line, it's not the most expensive line out there, and it's a bit more low tech than a lot of other high tech lines. If you tried to do what I've just done with a super expensive, really good quality line, you wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't be able to smooth it out. I think it's because it's a bit cheaper.
But then would
got a little bit more stretch?
Would a super expensive high tech line last as well on the winder?
It's not right for what we do. It's not right for commercial fishing, I don't think, personally. Do you?
No, absolutely not.
If it were bloodworm fishing for roach, I'd probably use fluorocarbon, but anyway, you'd be using something more high tech, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. So yeah, I have to say, shot in absolutely bang on, and the rig itself now we've made those couple of adjustments. That's a really nice rig, nice strung out stots.
Yeah.
Very usable. Now, what I'll do is I'll put that one back on the winder.
Yeah, you put them in a safe place.
I'll put it in a safe place, and you can get the other one out.
Right, shall I?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is the Drennan Carp 5 0.3 gram hooker. Oh, I'll tell you what this one's got. Not only does it tell you on the packet what it is, it tells you on the winder what it is.
Oh, that's yeah, that is a lovely touch, isn't it, Tom?
So again,
slim winders they are, aren't they?
Lovely, aren't they? I like them. So again, this is £4, 0.15 to 0.14 hook length, 18 wide gate carp pellet.
Do we know what the line is? It's obviously a Drennan line. Is it Sufflex or something like that?
No. I would imagine it will be Sufflex, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it'll be a Drennan line.
Right. Oh, I'll tell you what, you get a little connector, little elasticated job.
Which you don't need on the press ones because they've got the slide winder.
Yeah, they've got the slide winder.
So that's the only difference there.
Again, we've got a tag that's a bit longer than you'd like, I'm saying. Moving down then, my old pal. Taking it off. Oh, we've got the float. Now, silicon's still a bit thick, but on this one, it is actually overhanging, which I prefer.
Like that. We like that, yeah. I'm with you on that one.
Oh, shot. Proper shot. That's an interesting little pattern, isn't it?
Yeah. Sort of like a spread bulk and 2 droppers.
But look how far the last dropper is away from the hook length knot. Would you ever fish like that?
How far away is it, Tom? Yeah, I'd fish like that with certain things.
Would you not have your...
Not for, what's this design for? It's a pellet, yeah. I wouldn't fish for pellets like that. But,
no, it's a funny old shotting pattern.
However, what I will say, the hook length, look how neat those...
Oh, the loop's beautifully tied, and the hook length tags are trimmed down lovely. How's the actual hook tied? Perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Perfectly. Let's tell you what, they're both, to be fair, it's a great rig this. I'm just looking at the shot, because sometimes they can be on badly. And they're all on fine. They're all really central. Lovely, isn't it? Apart from, I'd like that. I don't know what they're thinking with that shotting pattern. I'm feeling that's a bit negative for pellets. What do you think?
It is, but I've used similar shotting patterns in, maybe not for pellets, but I can see it's. I suppose if you're taking it by exactly what it says on the tin, if that's what you're going to use it for, because bear in mind these are ready rigs. It might just be Joe Bloggs who's just going to fish. Just look at the float and go, that's right for what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and fish maggots or whatever and that, and you might want a high bulk. Who knows? The acid test.
The acid test. I'm going to give it the Bob Nud Goz trick again.
Yeah, you start licking your floats, Tom. Carry on with that.
Well, I've got plenty of Goz on there, pal. And in she goes. Are you ready? How do you feel at this point? What's your
I
thoughts?
feel confident. I like it. It's an intricate
You
rig.
think this is gonna be
I think
better
this is, yeah.
or worse?
Well, okay, in all fairness, the other one wasn't bad, so it's got high expectations. It's got a lot to live up to. So let's see how it manages. Oh, it's not bad. It's holding a little bit high there, isn't it? Is that just a bit of surface tension? Give it a little twitch.
No, that needs a trimmer. I'm saying, pal.
If you had them in your box now, which you probably have, I'd be having a number 13 stot on there or a 12 just to take it.
I would definitely have a number 13 on that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it ain't bad.
It's not bad.
It's not massively
It's not like we need to
undershot.
put 3/8. I'm saying that. Look at that now.
Well, it's just settling down, look, Tom. There you
I'd
go.
say I'd need to put. It's not like you need to put massive shot on it, but it needs something, doesn't it? By the way, as well, I'd say the line is, because it probably is a slightly higher tech line suplex, it does probably lie a little bit nicer than power line, but you're still getting that kink
There's
in
still
there.
a kink off the winder.
Where the winder is.
Which I think we're just going to have to accept that happens with ready-made rigs.
That happens with all rigs.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
They've been in your box long enough.
Yeah. I've got quite a few like that, Tom. It's not bad. It just needs. It needs. I think that's the whole idea. Ready-made pole rig. Right?
Yeah.
It's a ready-made pole rig, but for me and you, that needs a little bit of.
TLC.
It needs something adding to it, which is not what it's supposed to do.
No. Shall we catch a couple of fish on these?
We
See
should.
how they perform.
Yes, I think we should.
Let's do that. Right, Dave. So we've got the Drennan rig on first.
Yes.
So I'll have a little fish on this one.
Yes.
And you can have a little fish on the Preston one.
Right. Okay.
And whoever catches the fastest fish gets a free beer off the other one. Is that a deal?
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah. Hold on. So what are we on here?
I can't see you. I can't see me losing. To be fair, it's my home venue. I'm saying.
That preset.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How deep do you think it is? That deep?
I reckon. I don't think it'll matter today, Tom.
Yeah, that's
No.
if you choose to fish on the bottom. That is.
Yeah, I was going to say that's on the bottom. How do I reset this stop clock? Oh, lap preset.
That resets. That's clues in the name, my old pal. So, tell you what, I'm not going to alter it. If it were me, I'd put a back shot on, but I'm not going to, because that's against the. I'm happy enough at that, pal. I'm happy enough at that.
What we just blummed up? A couple of an inch on? Just a
Yeah,
body's
2
left. A
inch,
float
2
with bodies.
Yeah, 2 inch out there.
Okay, and we're putting a few
Because
casters in.
Yeah, I'm just going to chuck a handful of casters.
So this is. Let's get this right now. So this is the Drennan one, and this is an 18 wide gate pellet hook.
Yep.
Mainline 4 pound,
Yep.
0.15. Hook length 3.8 ounces, 0.14.
Yep.
And of the two, this to me was the more finesse rig.
Yeah,
I
I'd say so.
felt.
I'd say so as well.
Um,
But that doesn't necessarily because I've got to land the fish. So if I could fool the big fish on this and have to take my time on to land it.
Yeah.
Lovely old casters, pal. I must say, you've given me a.
Oh no, but the best, pal.
Right, let's see.
Wood is finest.
I'm gonna put one on to start with. Are you ready with the stopwatch, pal?
Right.
Are you ready?
Ready,
Right.
steady, go.
We're in. We're in, pal.
Have you not caught one yet?
No.
No.
I'm gonna feed some more.
I bet it don't even get to the bottom.
You not reckon?
Well, it's got to the bottom.
It's got to the bottom. It's down there. A couple of floaters in them casters, Dave. It's a good job it's not a match. I'd be in trouble.
I'm going to put them in water first, Tom.
True. Joking aside, talking of matches, with these rigs, you can see why some anglers use them because, yeah, we'd tweak them a little bit. I'd probably put a back shot or two on that, and I would put a trimmer on this one as we talked about. But what we got? What we got, mate?
Crucian, I reckon,
You
Tom.
reckon? It's a little tiny carp, I think.
Right. Okay. So you're not dealing in stamp.
Stop the clock, by the way, pal.
Oh yeah, sorry. I've
What we on,
probably gone a few seconds over there. 39.
39 seconds.
Yeah, but in all fairness, I didn't stop it, did I, straight away? I'll give you another go, Tom, because I didn't.
We're having best of 3 goes on casters.
Yeah, I
each,
mean,
so
it doesn't
go on
even barely count as a fish, does it? Really? That
then. It
one?
does. It was nice. That.
It was beautiful.
So we're taking our best time from 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So when does it start? When I flick in.
Yeah. As soon as your bait touches the water, I shall press start.
Right. Okay. Best of 3 then. A little bit.
This stopwatch has had some hammer, isn't it?
It has, mate. It has. I'll tell you what. It's happened a lot. Like it's had some of that. It's been carried around a lot and not used much.
Yeah. I was a bit worried that it was stopped on 27 minutes.
I'm not going to feed this time. I think I can do quicker than that. If I don't feed, I think there were one down there waiting. Could live to regret it though.
So is it? Do I stop it when you've landed the fish?
Yeah, I think so. When the fish touches my hand. See, I'm now thinking I should have fed. I'm thinking I've been negative. I'm regretting it. Once it goes past 27 seconds, tell me, I'll start again.
It's 27 now.
Right.
So am I stopping now?
Yeah, stop and restart them.
Okay. Oh.
Stop and restart. But yeah, I would like to see. I'd like to see some ready rigs with back shot on. To be fair, that'd be ideal. That you could slide about, especially stots.
Yeah, I think stots would be the right. It's. I suppose it's finding the balance, isn't it, for these companies? You know, you're trying to make something that's very. Hold on, we got some ducks attacking our pellets.
Have we?
Yeah. Shoo.
Oh, very manly, Dave.
Yeah.
Shoo, shoo. Oh, go away.
Didn't take a blind bit of
Go away,
notice.
you
I
horrible.
didn't want to shout, Thomas.
Oh no.
Oh.
I didn't want this really, did I?
Well, I don't know, Tom. It's substantial. Anyway, it's a good test for the rig.
Bad either.
It's a good test for the rig.
Yeah, a bit bigger, isn't it?
Mind
Whatever
you, I
it is.
wouldn't expect you to be getting.
Oh, look at that. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Large F1.
Oh, Tom, 32 seconds.
But still, 27 seconds is the time. But that is absolutely pristine Weston Pools F1.
Hooked in the upper tier there as well.
Right
Tom.
in the top lip, mate. Just as I like them.
Yeah.
So 27 seconds is the time to beat. Are you ready to have a dabble with the Preston rig?
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that F1's made an awful lot of disturbance. It's gone back there, mate, on that short line. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. Sorry. Right then.
You'll go. There you are, my old China. Right, so it's Dave's turn. He's on the Preston Innovations rig. We'll get my little crib sheep.
So I've got the rig that we. So this rig had the. What have we got line-wise on here, Tom?
This has got 015 power line to 013 hook length, 16 GPM B, and it's a 414 F1 pellet.
And this was the rig that had the slightly dodgy knot.
And I can see you sorting that out as we speak. You're just playing with it. You haven't changed anything, have you? Just sort of straightened that
I've left the long tag ends on there and everything, Tom.
Well, your time, 27 seconds is the target, and your time starts now, my old beaut.
Okay, we're in the water. Come on, let's go. Let's go. At least this one was shotted up real nice, wasn't it?
It was. It sat much nicer than mine, I'm going to say.
Okay, let's see what happens.
The thing I like about that rig as well with the stots is, you know, for your sort of anglers fishing, maybe just pleasure fishing, you could probably get 8 or 10 sessions out of it, after as it sounds, with stots, because they never really like go white and come off like shot do they?
They don't ping off and they don't deteriorate.
Well, I'm afraid you've lost, mate, on your first go.
There you are. Unlike this swim, which you seem to have absolutely...
Oh, look at that skimmer. That's pristine.
Now, you see, you've got to be good to catch them, Tom.
That's lovely, though. We've had a... Oh, it's 40 seconds, and we've had, you know...
I find it's worth waiting for them big skimmers.
That's a great fish, isn't it?
That's a beautiful fish, Tom. Single caster.
Can't see me going further than the top kit on the festival next week.
No, that's it, Tom. Right, so that's first go.
That's
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
40.
A great skimmer. Right. And I tell you what, it was a lovely little dink on the float, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. The float went under. I'm lashing bait in here, Tom.
You are a positive guy, aren't you?
I'm not going to die wondering.
No.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
I tell you what, in that hat, they wouldn't see you coming, would they, pal?
No.
Camo hat.
No. That wind's a bit cold when it gets up, isn't
it? It's a bit nippy. It is. I'm going to reset.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
And you're in. Oh, a lower. Oh, a change in tactic, Dave. I like what you did there. And a dink straight away. I tell you what, I could be in trouble here. You're 10 seconds in, that's all.
No, I think...
Is that wind messing your presentation up? Times like this you could do with a stop back shot on, isn't it, really?
Yeah, you just hold it there. I think the skimmers are moved in, that's why I'm getting less activity.
Large bream.
Yeah.
Well, that is 28 seconds now.
To be honest, I'm not bothered. I'm just enjoying waiting for the bite because I know it's going to be decent when I have it, Tom.
You reckon?
Yeah, I don't care about your competition.
Listen, there's no need to be like that just because you're losing. You always like when you lose.
Yeah. Unashamedly. What are we up to now? About 3 minutes?
43 seconds, that's all, Pop.
Alright, okay. I'm still going, I'm not bothered.
You're going to get one, aren't you?
Yeah, there's a little liner there.
Like a coiled spring.
Instinct tells me to put double caster on, but I'll have to wait even longer for a bite than that.
That was an indication. You're meant to be an angling coach. Come on, we're over a minute in here. I don't think any of my goes were over a minute, were they? I mean, tell you what, take you off the river wire. You're absolutely knackered, aren't you?
I am, Tom. I am. But I'm happy.
That is, you know, the biggest thing, isn't it? It's
just going to give it a little lift and a drop there.
Oh. Yeah, she's sat nice, isn't she, I must say.
Yeah, just it.
And interestingly, look at the line between your pole tip and your float. There's none of that kinking that was there earlier.
Yeah, no, it's soon straightened out. And so I think that's worth pointing that out, isn't it? That was just something that sort of stood out initially, but you can see now it's had a bit of air time.
Yeah.
It's sorted itself out. Well, Tom, I've absolutely ruined this.
We'll
I think I've overfed. I think you just put you put a northern pinch in.
A northern pinch.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I was famed for that in my day, you know, the northern pinch.
You were jailed for that.
Okay, we're rolling.
Right, come on.
Tell you what, I think it's going to happen for you. Oh, you're only 13 seconds in. Oh, one's just topped on the 11-metre line. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Let's start that again, Tom. I'm having another go.
You're not.
Look at the kink in that.
I'll tell you what, are you blaming this now? Is this what it is? Is it the kink? It could be the kink, couldn't it?
I'm not.
It could be the kink.
It's not the kink. Right, this is my last go, Tom.
Your first fourth go, that is?
No, the third one didn't count because I didn't catch a fish on it.
Oh, right.
Only the cast where you catch a fish
on it. Oh, right, okay. So you've got 2 more goes then, really?
Really, yeah. Ready? Go.
Yep, you're in. Never heard such a contrived excuse in all my life. Oh, yes, lovely. Oh, that definitely counts. Dave,
I'm a
sorry
loser.
about this, that you lost. But seriously, 2 beautiful rigs.
Well,
not perfect. We could definitely tie better ourselves, couldn't we? But for the average angler, we've proved, I think, very, very usable.
Yeah, no, I think that's the key, isn't it? You straight out the bag onto the top kit, and you're using it, and it's catching fish. That's good. We've been critical of certain points. I'm certainly more impressed with the Drennan finesse side of the Drennan side of it, but I also like the simplicity of the Preston one. I think it's it's the stots. There's a few less things can go wrong with the Preston one. I think
so. It's a bit more hardy. I'd say,
those shots aren't going to ping off, and but they're both very usable, very well shotted. I say the Preston slightly outscored the Drennan on the shotting, but I think once these things settle down and you fish with them for a while, and as they take on a bit of water, I think they'll both be fishing very well. And some people like a bit of bristle showing, Tom.
They do. So it depends how good your eyesight is, I suppose, doesn't it?
Who said that?
We get loads of people coming in shop wanting ready-made pole rigs, and probably my favourite 2 on the wall, as we call it in the shop, are probably the Drennan ones. The AS ones are very good. The Alan Scotthorne ones. There's some nice ones in the little dibber range as well, the clear dibbers in the Drennan ones. And also, one of the best ones on the market is the Des Ship ready-made rigs. Are brilliant for pellet fishing and shallow fishing and all kinds of different aspects, down margins as well.